When we got done renovations up on the 3rd floor at Big Green, we were so excited to be done. We just threw all the tools in the garage and shut the door. Now that we have a new project, we definitely have to get these tools organized in order to make sure that renovations go smoothly. Dude, oh my God, I forgot how bad it was in here. Have you seen it in here?
All right, so I think we're going to just take a lot of stuff out and then we'll slowly organize it, put it back together.
As we begin to clean, we're gonna show you some of our favorite tools and organization tips, and a couple other little things here and there. This door down here was one of the front doors at our first duplex. We kept it because we wanted to use it on like a future project inside. Like we did a sliding barn door for our pantry, and I accidentally tripped one day and broke the glass. I was pretty sad about it. All right, enough procrastination. Let's get started. Are you cold?
We'll also be cleaning out the truck because if you guys watch our videos, you know the back is always full of stuff.
Here's my jacket. I was just looking for this. What a mess. What
It is a mess. We are slobs. How many bags do we think we're gonna use in this cleanup? Over, under, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna say 7.
Kyle's saying 7 bags. I think that's being very ambitious. I'm gonna say 10. 10 bags. We really are a mess. Like we have protein powder, ice skates, more ice skates, gloves, tools, air filters, flooring, a speaker. It just kind of becomes like the be all end all like place to throw things because we don't have kids, so no one's ever back here, but like it's a little bit of a mess. Binders, I don't know.
As we're tidying, we'll begin to show you some of the features that we started to add to this garage to streamline the renovation on the 3rd floor. One of which being the battery charging station. This was a quick creation because we kept having our batteries die in the middle of renovating. And I didn't have a space where like all the batteries could be set up and charging and continuously be charged at all times. So I made this and I'll show you once I get it reorganized how it's all set up. Hello. Oh, okay, so this is a super cool thing and a good tip to take away also. This is base capping for baseboard. Now, all of the old houses that we renovate and work on seem to have this base cap and you cannot find it anywhere anymore. So where I can, I will salvage and save so that if we buy another house and only a small portion needs replacement, I don't have to tear off the whole baseboard because I can't find any matches for the cap. It's probably going to be the same all around the country for all you out there that are renovating houses, just a different feature. So where you can, salvage and save.
When we bought this place, we were looking at the different 5-car garage bay, and this was in the bay all the way down on the end. We were going to be renting that one out, but we were like, we can't throw this out. It's freaking beautiful. So some really great storage in here. And then you always need paper towel rolls when you're renovating. So Kyle made this awesome little piece. So you pick up this little switch, you slide the copper piping down, take off your old roll, put on your new roll, and you slide it right back in. Just like that. Now, are you guys an under or an over type of person? Let me know.
Over. We're not serial killers, Lauren.
Bag number 2.
I'm beginning to rethink this 7-bag thing. Super cool little feature that I added, and I saw it on like Instagram somewhere, was just a shower hook for your extension cords. So basically what I'll do is put it here, put your extension cord on it, and then hook it up. That's a super easy way just to organize your extension cords.
So I'm taking everything and I'm putting it on this table so we can actually organize and clean inside and then bring things in as we find homes for them. When everything's just in there, it's a freaking mess and it just makes it more difficult.
And I got homes for things and they gotta go back to their home.
Always trying to figure out where our containers and food storage are. Could always count on a few being in the truck.
I designed this charging table so that the chargers that I use most often on the job site, I could easily access, but still have a place for them. So I gave them these cute little doors. Basically, you just feed the plug in. And I got 2 power strips inside and the power strips plugged in. So when I want this guy, it's very easy just to unplug him and take him with me. This is probably the most used one, the double, just so I don't have to mess around with a bunch of singles. Any of the tools that I give tips on, I will definitely throw down in the description. This switch pedal is an awesome little thing I picked up. My shop vac plugs into here, this plugs into the wall, and then my chop saw plugs into the wall. And what happens is when I press this switch, shop vac kicks on. So I'll put my hose into the back of the chop saw, click it on, run it, and it picks up all of that extra dust that the chop saw's throwing around. Awesome pickup. So happy I grabbed this. I got this guy for free a long time ago. Somebody was throwing it out. And I figure, what better time to start putting some stuff away than right now?
Oh my god, this thing is heavy.
What is it? Oh, that.
What about these light bulbs? Are they dead?
No, they're good.
Where are they from?
Ooh. Ooh! Dude, so many tools that I've been looking for. Oh my god. I feel like this is like Christmas morning. It's all like, I like live for this stuff. This is amazing. Ooh. Oh, good tip. Here we go. Have bits for different materials. So I have Cobalt bits for metal, and I only use them on metal. I use them a lot on storm doors, drilling out for the handles, but only use them on the material they're made for, or you will blow them out completely. Same thing with blades. Get blades made for concrete, blades made for wood, and blades made to handle demo, where it can hit metal and things like that. But use them only on the materials they're suggested to use them on.
So because I'm usually the one cutting trim and pieces of molding, I like to keep a little bucket right underneath, because as you're cutting, little scrap pieces start flying all over the place. Yeah, so like there's one here, and if you don't clear those out as you're working, when you go to change your angle, it's gonna get stuck. And then that really is preventing you from getting this angle. So, and then you go to clean it up, and usually we just do something like this. But then you just have scrap pieces everywhere. So you always want to make sure you have a little like bucket underneath. And then sometimes you get little pieces like this, and they'll sit up on your fence. And when you're going to cut something, you think you're straight, but you're going to be completely off because that little piece is there. So you just want to make sure you have a clean workspace, and having a little bucket makes it easier. This was the rope that we used when we were renovating upstairs as a little pulley system. Thanks, baby. To bring materials up and down, because that walk up was not fun. Perfect.
Not a huge recommended thing to do, but I love hydrangeas. So we put a bunch of hydrangeas at our first duplex. Needed to keep them watered, so I came up with this system where you have a timer that you put on your hose bib, and it branches off, and I've got 2 hoses that run off to these sprinklers. They're kind of like soaker style. So I've got a time schedule set up on this timer, and you could do Monday, you know, through Sunday, and you could set 2 times a day, and they'll kick on 2 times a day. I got it kicked on in the morning, on the afternoon, and it keeps everything watered. I never have to go and water anything.
What do you want me to do with this one?
We're just running out of room here. And this is more of like a specialty, so we don't use that on the daily. If you're buying slab doors, pick yourself up the Ryobi doorknob template cutout thing set. It is unbelievable. Straight up template. You just put it on, hole saw, and then you could use like a spade bit there. But what's awesome is the latch side. You just put this on, hammer it, and it's got its own little chisel on it that you can chisel it out. You can't mess it up. It's unbelievable. Up with our collection of doorknobs. Bag number 3. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close.
Welcome to my yard sale.
We have so many doorknobs. Dude, why do we have so many doorknobs? I don't feel like we've never had this many doors. I feel like I'm in that grocery game. What's that?
Supermarket sweep?
Yes. Supermarket sweep. Exactly what I was thinking of. Bag 4 down. On the bag 5.
We are almost done though, so Kyle might be closer. If we're playing Price is Right rules, and if 10 is over, you might win by default.
Well, you beat me on the roof, so I really needed to redeem myself.
Yourself? Yo, we are in the sweeping phase. I'm so excited. We're almost done.
Bag number 5. Lauren, how many bags did you think? You said 10 or something like that, I think. I said 7. Looks like I won! We're all tied up 1-1.
We are very competitive people. We turn everything into a competition. We're always making bets.
That is finally it. Finally it. But now I want to share with you guys, if you are just starting off wanting to DIY a home renovation, I want to share with you 5 tools that I believe will set you up for success to jump into home renovating. But let's get going. Tool number 1. I did just upgrade to a battery powered one, which I would definitely suggest you do. But tool number 1 is most definitely a flush cutter or oscillating tool. Now, if you're renovating old homes like we do, we have a lot of plaster and lath, and you cannot take a Sawzall to that, because what'll happen is it'll grab a piece of lath and it'll shake it. And what you're trying to cut out, it's going to destroy everything to the left or right of that. Using a flush cutter is going to allow you to make those cuts down through plaster and lath. Tool number 2 is going to be either a 16 or an 18 gauge nailer. If you can just only get one, get a 16 gauge, but I suggest you get both. That's going to allow you to do any sort of trim baseboard within a house. 16, 18, or even a 15 gauge nailer. Next is going to be a good drill. I personally like this is the DCD 780. I like this one a lot better. I did get the DCD 796. This came with like a kit, but I like the 780 better. I think it's like a little bit more subcompact, but it has a better feel. The one cool thing about the 796 is that it has a hammer drill setting. So if you don't want to buy a hammer drill and a drill. This has both. Come on over here. Tool number 4 is going to be a table saw. So I suggest getting the one with the fold-up stand so that you don't have to be setting up tables, putting your table saw on them. This comes with a fold-up stand. A good table saw is priceless. You're going to use it for so many projects. Trust me, add it to your repertoire. And last but not least is the miter or chop saw. Lauren is the one that cuts all the molding, and this thing is, I want to say that this is like eight years old, and it's worth its weight in gold. You're not going to need, you can bypass using a circular saw, using your table saw and chop saw, add it to your list, get it, and jump into home renovation.
It's my favorite. And if I could add a little preference, I would get the one that comes forward and back.
Yes.
So that when your pieces are super wide, you don't have to flip them.
Yes.
Just my preference. I don't know how much more expensive
So
that is.
with this one, you can only cut boards that are up to like maybe 8 inches. I think 8 inches might even be a little big. But if you were wanting to cut like a 2x10, you're going to want the one that's got an extension arm so you can slide it forward. Yeah, like Lauren said. Definitely, that's an upgrade that I want to make. But for right now, this is what we're working with. Okay. And a little bonus, get yourself set up with a good tool belt. Okay, this I can definitely do a like what's in the bag later on. But get yourself set up on the projects that you're going to be doing. Set yourself up within your tool belt just for those projects at first. And then you're going to realize tools that you're going to be using over and over again. And then you can start building up your tool belt to personalize the projects that you're doing. And that is not the only tools that we have in here. Obviously, you see we are packed full. And each one has a different use, and we'll show you during this renovation how we utilize every tool in this place. It's probably almost every tool is going to be used over there, so I'm pretty excited to dive in. And I hate that this is the first time that I'm showing you guys these, but listen, we're real. My tools are never this dirty. Ask Lauren.
He makes us spend so much time cleaning them after every day.
So they're never this dirty. Don't judge me, but this is where we're at, and this is the way they look. So, I mean, that's really it. I can't really have anything else to say. That is it for us today. We are out of here.
In the next episode, we're going to bring you guys to the closing table, and we're going to buy ourselves a house. So, like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace!